Intuition Unplugged podcast. If you're watching by YouTube, welcome back. I'm trying something a little different today. I am trying actually a live on YouTube while I record this podcast episode. And I am so excited. I just got back from Punta Cana, the Dominican Republic, and there was a group of us that went down. It was curated by Tasty Road Trips and Create Your Virtual Influence. There was six of us, and we went to the Serenades All Suite. Oh my goodness. I need to tell you all about that resort. But before I do, I want to give you a little bit of background of why or how or what transpired while we were down there. Um, the Serenade is one of actually almost three resorts. So there's the Serenade um, Punta Cana, which is the family resort, and that was built in 2021. Then there was the Serenade All Suites, which our group stayed at, and that was built in 2023. That's an adults only section. And in the end of 2025, beginning of 2026, there's a new one going to be opened up. The Serenade. Um, Honestly, I can't remember the exact name, but it's going to be the Serenade Punta Cana. It's going to be more of the luxury resort style, but it's going to be family and um, adults mixed. And I cannot wait to go back and be at that part of the resort. Where we stayed in the adults only section was premium. I'm talking premium. You have your premium food, your premium alcohol, their premium service. And let me tell you this, it was something more than I've ever experienced. But let me back up a little bit. Um, Before we even booked this trip, I knew I needed to go. And it was just put out there by Janet Tasty Road Trips of, this is what she's thinking. It's going to be a lounge and learn, falling under the Create Your Virtual Influence umbrella. And it was for entrepreneurs or business owners that wanted to both lounge and learn at the same time. It's more like a business trip. A lot of fun, though. So I knew I needed to go. I didn't know why, but I just felt in my spirit that I needed to be there. So I followed my intuitive nudge and I booked the trip with the group. It all started out incredible already. We had a lounge part in Toronto. I upgraded my seat to club. So we flew Air Transat and I flew club class. Um, it's very nice, let me tell you. So the experience was already starting in a very elevated, elegant, luxury kind of way. And when we landed, it was so warm. Oh my gosh, coming out of Toronto when it was cool and just kind of rainy and you get into the beautiful blue skies, the humidity, I didn't care about it. It was just like nice and warm. So when we got to the Serenades, it was just incredible experience after incredible experience after incredible experience. And if things began to unfold. One of the things that I was asked to conduct by Jan was to do a morning meditation, energy work, Reiki session for our group. And anybody from the resort could join in wherever we were. It wasn't exclusive to us, you know, more the merrier. And the first couple of days, we were in this pool, which was more on the lines of just an intimate pool. It was large, but it was kind of not in the same areas of the adults only or the family. It was kind of in between. So you had that you know quietness that you needed. And when I didn't know what to expect coming out of my mouth because I am a channel. I'm a clear channel, and I love channeling messages from spirit. And these messages we were top notch. We were in the right moment, the right time, the right space, the right mindset. And I conducted my very first international, I guess you want to say, international um, Reiki meditation hypnosis. I still don't have a name for it. So if you're listening or watching, let me know your thoughts on that because I would like to know. So we all got in the pool and I turned on subliminal messaging that I created for the group specifically as my beta testers. Um, these There was a package of 4 that I created specifically for travel, pre-travel, anxiety to fly, while you were there, post-travel. It was a very, very unique and specific bundle of subliminal messaging, but I turned that on while we were getting into the pool and getting into the right mindset, and the magic started to happen. Everything started to flow. I was doing energy work. People's minds were, expanding. They were going on this journey with me that I was taking them on. And the messages from spirit started to flow, not just through me, but through the group. And I can tell when somebody's having a download. Sometimes they can't tell, but I can tell, because there's a different, it's like there's a different tone. It's not them speaking. And it was just incredible, absolutely incredible what was happening. The sun was beating down on us. It was warm. We were in this exclusive pool, and it was just an experience that I know the group and a few others that were watching and listening were experiencing. And that happened every single day. And what a way to start your day, right? Like it was just amazing. Um, and other things started happening for the group. I'm not going to share their experiences on this episode because I want you to know what's coming and how it affected me personally. We did do a live podcast in the presidential suite of the Serenades All Suite, and I'll get to that in a minute. But what was happening for me was I was expanding. I was going through a expansion of my creativity, my mindset, my outlook, everything. And I knew that I needed to be there at that moment in time. Have you ever felt that? Like you just know that you need to be somewhere. And that's exactly what was happening to me. It was like download after download after download that was coming to me, not just for myself, but for others, including staff of the Serenade. So it was kind of cool. Um, but what I realized is my soul was being called home. And when I say that, I don't mean, obviously, I'm here in the flesh. What I mean is, it's like my soul connected with my purpose. And I've never, ever experienced that before in my life. I've, had different levels that I've attained. Um, I've seen other people attain different levels. I've seen people connect their soul with their purpose, and I've craved that. And that's what's happened. And so creating this moment, these moments in the morning of energy, the movement, the meditation, the Reiki, that I know I'm being called to do on a grander scale. And things are starting to open up quickly of where, oh, I apologize. If you can hear Diesel bark, I apologize. He's just agreeing with me. He's my Great Pyrenees, and he loves to be on camera, first of all, but he likes to also bark. So, but being expanded, being your mind expanding, your soul expanding, knowing you were on the right path is an incredible, incredible feeling. If you've never felt that or never experienced that, send me a DM. Let's connect. Let's get you booked in for an intuitive now session with me. And we're going to get you on that path. We're going to get you lit up from the inside, because when your soul is lit up, your whole world makes sense and you're excited to continue. That's what was happening for myself and the five other ladies that were with me. Being at the Serenade All Suites changed our lives. We won't know the full impact until we start implementing the things that we were shown, given um, the messages, if they were received. I know they were received for me, because this was my thing. This resort, this Serenade All Suites in Punta Cana, is a luxury, adults only resort, premium. We were treated like queens. Everything we did was to the utmost elevated level. And not because they were phony or trying to get our attention. This is who they are, this is their passion. And one member of their staff really, really was shining bright. And his name is Wander Porquet, or Porkin, sorry, Wander Porkin. And he is the food and beverage assistant. And he curated two events that were like something I've never experienced. If you've ever gone on a wine tour or a distillery tour or beer tour, this was next level. Okay. Now, and I've been to a few of them that are really good, but this is next level. Wander took us on a journey of wine and rum. Thank goodness it wasn't in the same day. But he took us on a journey. And during this journey, you just had that feeling of something coming, like something bubbling up inside, like the words that were coming to us as we were partaking in this experience, they were just flowing, absolutely just flowing, the words. And Wander paired the perfect wine with the perfect food. He even had me eating blue cheese. Now, I do not like blue cheese. Okay, I don't. I can't even stand the smell of blue cheese. It smells like stinky socks to me and tastes even worse. But he said, please just try it. Just try it with this wine, this beautiful red wine, just a little bit. So I thought, okay, I did. And I was like, oh, well, that makes the wine taste a little different. So I tried it again. And sure enough, now I didn't finish my whole thing of blue cheese for the wine tasting, but he curated it. So I was on a journey. There was other things to taste with different wines, and it brought out different tannins, and it brought out different aromas. But it was him that was curating this that we really fell in love with, because he helped us on the journey. We had one person that just wasn't a really big fan of alcohol, and they made it so she was included with us. And it was so beautiful. We also had a rum tasting on the rooftop. This rooftop is exclusive rooftop access to different levels of packages that you get at the Serenade All Suites. But we were given access to it, and let me explain it to you. On this rooftop isn't just an ordinary rooftop. This rooftop has bolly beds. It has lounge chairs. It has a full bar. It has an infinity pool that overlooks the ocean. You can see the whole resort, both sides, the adults only and the family, from this one rooftop. And it's funny because that rooftop is just above the pool that we started at in the mornings. It was really amazing. So we had a rum tasting up on the rooftop I can't wait for you to see all the pictures that we have for all of whether it be the wine tasting or the rum tasting, but just the whole week that we were there. They're absolutely gorgeous. I've had some really good ones that I really want to show you. But they set out this table perfectly. It had cinnamon sticks on it, so you could smell the cinnamon. Had coffee beans sprinkled around. It had some unique flowers, and then off to the one side, it had I think it was 6 different rums, specific rums made in the Dominican Republic. They were showcasing their own product, and I thought, what a way to keep it local. So we were sitting there and we were doing our tasting, and all of a sudden you felt the wind shift from warm to kind of cool, and it picked up speed. And we all looked and we're like, I think we better move. So all we did, all the 6 of us, all we did, backed our chairs away. They had a whole team there, and within seconds, they moved everything over under a canopy, and we continued without missing a beat with our rum tasting. Wander, if you're listening, you are fabulous. Your whole team is fabulous. They just don't miss a beat. And Wander does not miss details. He knows what type of dessert, what type of cheese, what type of cracker, what type of fruit pairs exactly with and perfectly with what type of rum, whether whatever rum it was, or wine, whatever wine it was, detailed, oriented, and talk about making us feel like queens. Okay? Feel like queens. One of the things that I actually also got to do is uh, review some of their rooms and their entire landscape, because I am a travel agent that I send clients to different places. I have that privilege of going to see different suites. So I saw the master suite, absolutely stunning. It's got a gorgeous bathroom, beautiful bed, living room, amazing balcony, has jacuzzis on the balcony, beautiful master suites. They're changing things around a little bit because they are making this new portion of the resort that will be ready 2025, 2026. So they'll be changing some master suites around, including more master suites in the adult section. And then I got to see the presidential suites. Okay, listen, if you have family that you don't mind staying with, retreat, bridal parties, girls' weekend, girls' getaway, group travel, the presidential suites are second to none. They have different presidential suites that will accommodate different size groups. There was one presidential suite that I saw that was on the adults only side, and it was on level 3 or 4, and I believe it slept 4. I'm pretty sure there was two bedrooms. So it slept 4 people, king size beds, 4 people, adults only. You had your own, private bathrooms. You had your own nice eating area. When you walked out onto the balcony, woo, that's where it was. The balcony was overlooking the entire adults only section. And there was an a smaller plunge pool, I guess it is, to the one side. It had volley bed. It had lounge chairs. It had a place that you could have dinner outside if you wanted, and overlooked the ocean. It was so beautiful, absolutely so beautiful. So that's a 2 bedroom sleeps 4 room. Then I went and saw the presidential suite. Whoa. On the family side, there's 2 of them. They are side by side. um, I call them the sister suites. I don't know what they are, but I call them the sister suites because they're right beside each other. Now, this presidential suite, we actually recorded a podcast in the presidential suite, and that comes out a little bit later, but you are going to love it because not only does it, you know, go back into what I am speaking about, but each individual has their own journey to tell you, as included Wander. He is on my podcast, and I can't wait to air that. But this presidential suite that is on the family side, oh, I can already feel the energy in this presidential suite captivated me. Not because of the title presidential suite, but because I can actually envision myself back there. So I know I'm coming back, and I know I will be in this presidential suite. This presidential suite has 2 floors. So you walk in and it's your gorgeous sitting eating area. So you got your sectional couch, you got your big screen TV, you have your dining chairs and your dining table, and off to your left is your what I call fake kitchen. All looking out onto a porch that or yeah, a porch that has gorgeous chairs, couple of bolly beds, your own private outdoor shower, a gorgeous pool, like not a plunge pool, an actual pool that is right on the beach. So you walk out of your living room, dining room, onto your porch, down some steps, along along a little walkway that has your pool on one side and this beautiful fountain area on the other side, right onto the beach. So then you go upstairs. Okay, so you come back through and you go up this set of oversized marble stairs with glass, like ceiling or railing, and you go up, and the first thing you see is one bedroom. So you have one bedroom in front of you, and you have one bedroom to your right and one bedroom to your left. So the first bedroom you see is 2 queen size beds in this bedroom. Your own private balcony. Nobody else can get to it. Your own private balcony in this room. You come back out and you go to the right. The right has a massive king size bedroom with a fantastic and mind blowing bathroom. Double sinks, double mirrors, gorgeous porcelain. I think it's porcelain. It's probably not. It's probably marble. These gorgeous sinks. You have your own private bathtub. You have a walk in closet. You have um, a beautiful shower area. You have your own toilet stall with a door. It's really cool. You have your own private balcony. Hmm. Then you go down the hall a little bit. You come back out of that room. You go down the hall to the last bedroom, and it is 2 king size beds. Okay, 2 king size beds. You got your full bath again. Um, double sinks, gorgeous shower, bathtub, walk-in closet, a toilet with a door on it, your own private balcony. Amazing. So the bedroom in the middle would actually use, I mean, they can use whichever one they want, but they would have their own private bathroom downstairs. Full shower, everything, just down the stairs into the corner. Because if you're in or on the main level, you don't have to use that. You don't have to go upstairs. You don't have to use that bathroom because around the fake kitchen is a full butler kitchen where they would come and they would prepare your food for you or bring your food in, whatever it is that you want, and another full bath. So the guests or the anyone on that level can use the bathroom in the butler kitchen. I don't know about you, but can you see yourself there? I know I can. Wait till you see the pictures. I thought maybe I could put pictures in this background, but I haven't figured out how to do that. So you get my little picture here. But wow, check out my Instagram because it's going to showcase the different suites. That is a little snippet of my journey of the Serenade All Suites. I followed Spirit. I followed Spirit's nudge to book the trip, to follow wherever I needed to go. I didn't know why I was going to this specific resort. I followed the nudge to create subliminal messaging for the group. I followed the nudge to just relax and allow spirit to speak while I was doing meditation, energy work, healing on the group and others. Ugh, I really, I really thank Serenade for accommodating us where we asked to go. We had specific areas that we were doing our morning meditation, Reiki energy work in. And honestly, this resort is incredible. The staff, the behind the scenes staff, they just treated us like queens. And I am forever grateful. I can't wait for the new one to be open because I know I'm going to go back and see that one. Oh, and right now there's no casino. If you like that, there is no casino. But in 2026, there's a large casino going to be built um, in this property. I can't wait. Can't wait to go back. It's incredible. So, thank you for sharing this part of your day with me, going on my journey of the Serenade All Suites. And really, if you follow the nudges, you will never be steered wrong. So, until next time, shine bright because the world needs you, but shine even brighter, so bright that the world actually needs sunglasses. Thanks for joining me.